Hello, beloved beings, my beautiful beloved beings. I am coming to you today with my first video since I've been on medical leave and been ill. And I have been looking for a subject to talk about and to read on. And my guides have been presenting me with one for over a week that I just, they have been literally kind of throwing it in my face or hitting me over the head with it, because every day or two, one or two or three times a day, someone will mention the Serenity Prayer. And I have not been paying attention because I keep getting the same message. So this message is that I needed to talk about this subject, about God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, I have been dealing with this sentiment for a number of months. The message that I've been getting to share about it, I didn't, it's second nature to me, so yeah, I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about the possibility of needing to talk about it, of needing to read on it, to find out how it can help all of us as a community. So one thing I did was I went ahead and I pulled some cards. I did a spread for, I asked, what do I need to know about the Serenity Prayer and conveying a message about it. And I asked that of 3 different decks. I asked the Robin Wood Tarot, the Radical Abundance Oracle, and a deck that I just got, Guides of the Hidden Realms, and that's Colette Baron Reed. This is her new deck that she did the artwork for. So I asked these 3 decks what I should know or what I should speak about in regard to this prayer, and this is what they told me. The first deck that I broached the question to was the Robin Wood Tarot, and the card that I get for the first card in position 1, the Hierophant, the number 5 card, is about tradition. It's about ritual. It's about things staying the way they are. It's about the patriarchy. It's about things that might seem comfortable but a bit rigid just because we know of them, because we've done them forever. And that's where we start. We start with whatever our tradition is, whatever those in authority tell us are the norms for the way we should behave. That's crossed by this young energy, the Page of Pentacles. So that's to do with earthly, material kinds of things, not just money, but things. Everything that we have on earth is wrapped up in the pentacles. So this young page is learning everything that they can about getting and keeping what there is offered on the earth. Material things, things of comfort. But learning slowly, and that's crossing the Hierophant. So we have this card here is our base, and this card is crossing it. So there is slow learning, slow progress coming to oppose what has always been. At the base, we have justice. Justice sits with a scale and a sword, balancing with truth, crowned by this tendency to dream, a tendency to look for something that we might not have, a tendency to romanticize things instead of being content with what we have. In the past, our needs have been met with the Empress. She has been there with everything that we needed. Possibly not everything we wanted, but we have had our needs met. And there she is when, in the near future, an offer comes. We don't know if we want to take this offer. We have these things and that we're comfortable with. So we don't know if we want this new thing or not. So we're going to consider it, but we may not take it. This has caused, perhaps, some sleepless nights, worrying about things, considering things that might happen, thinking about things that could go wrong. These are needless things to worry about, but that's what we're doing. The energy wants us to just walk away. Leave those things and walk away. Our wants, our hopes and desires rest with this King of Swords. He's perceptive and intelligent. He knows what he needs to do in the way he needs to do it to shepherd and guide his people in a way that's beneficial for them. Our outcome is this Five of Cups, the despair over the spilled cups. But remember the prayer that we started with. Grant me the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The wisdom to know the difference. So we're learning all of the time so that we can discern the difference between what we can change and what we can't. We will be much more at peace and at rest if we accept what we can't change. Stop worrying about it. Stop losing sleep over it. What matters is, what can we change? What can we do? That's what we need to concentrate on. These two cups here, that we can change, that we still have, that we know that we can change. Now, when I asked the Radical Abundance about this prayer, the first card I got is expression. So, how do we express the wisdom that we have garnered to change what we can? How do we express what we can't change? Are we serene with it? Can we express being okay with what we can't change and being ready to do what we can? The next card I got was honor. We honor ourselves and all the others when we can do that, when we can accept things we cannot change, and we can have the courage to change things we can. When we are wise in that way, we honor ourselves and all others. The third card I got was happiness. Happiness is what we get when we have the wisdom to discern the difference. And this card came out with it, oneness. When that happens, we are all one together. Now, this new deck that I got, the Colette Baron Reed deck, called Guides of the Hidden Realms, she painted these beings on big canvases, and then they were transposed onto the cards. But each of these beings communicated with her, and she then translated what they told her onto the cards. The first card I got when I asked about this prayer was Treasures in the Dark, shadow work, healing, old wounds. And if you know yourself, you know the things that you need to work on. You know the shadow is part of us. And we can always be working on it and healing those old wounds. We can't change what's happened in the past. What we can do is we can accept it, and we can work on healing not only the parts of us that everyone can see, but the parts that no one can see. The next card I got, The Alchemy of Poison. Transformational lessons, reclaiming personal choice, and radical forgiveness. In order to accept the things we cannot change, we need to forgive ourselves and those that may have wronged us or that we perceived wronged us. In that way, we transform ourselves into a wise being that can discern the difference between the things we can't change and the things that we can. And this wise being, the alchemy of poison, is showing us how to counteract that poison. And then the last card I got, letting go of stories, surrendering attachments, releasing unconscious patterns. This being admonishes us to let go of things that are not serving us. If our stories are not serving us, we need to let them go. We need to concentrate on the stories that uplift us, the stories that spur us to action, the stories that are beneficial and helpful and loving. So, this being letting go of stories. Are we letting go of the stories so that we can discern what we can change, so we can be serene with what we cannot change? All of these things are telling us that we can be a catalyst or a vehicle for helping others because we discern what we could change. If I discern what I can do to help someone else, to convey loving energy to them, to convey healing energy to them, to connect to the worldwide universal grid of energy that connects all of us together, then I have done something pretty special, and I have become a more wise being than I was before. So, beloved, beautiful beings, for now I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to go and rest. But I want you all to know that I have missed you, and I love you all, and I will be back. So until next time,